So we're here with the award-winning artist and Oglala Lakota artist, Kevin Pourier. Tell me a little bit about your work here.
Well, my work's all made out of the buffalo horn, and I'm the only one in the whole country that works specifically with this medium. All my work is carved out and inlaid with stones and shells, belts, boxes, jewelry, eyeglasses. It's really good to be different.
The next winner is in diverse arts, Kevin Pourier.
And this year with our inlaid horn belt, we won Best in Class, which was really quite an honor.
Congratulations.
Anyway, I'm glad the judges liked it, and I'm standing up here with all these masters. Thank you.
Is Indian market it's kind of a big deal for you? It's pretty big.
All the top native artists are in Santa Fe this weekend, and to win here it just takes you to a new level. We get a lot of press from the magazines and the collectors and the galleries, and so we really get the exposure. And Santa Fe is the art center, and where I come from in South Dakota, there's no art there. I mean, there's art there, but it's more of a tourist season kind of thing, survival art kind of. It's great work, but I can't make a living there, so this is where the art universe is, right here.
What inspired you to start working with buffalo horn?
I was working in a factory working 12-hour shifts, and all my friends were staying at my house during the Sturgis bike rally. And I had to go to this job, and they stayed at my house and made things. And I thought, here I am working, and they're staying home working or making things and having fun. And so I picked up, my friend was working with a deer antler. And so I started a little bit of carving, and it took a couple years. He wouldn't help me, but I learned from my mistakes on what I could do and what I couldn't do. And he said, well, I'm doing this type of work with the deer antler. You try something else, because this is mine. So I tried a piece of buffalo horn, and the difference from the black shininess of the horn compared to the white deer antler was like night and day, literally. And I stuck with the buffalo horn from then on, and we've won Best in Class 3 times here now, and the Innovation Award. I've won every ribbon here except Best in Show.
Wow.
So this stuff here is providing a living for me today, the same way it provided a living for my ancestors. This piece here is a design that we got off of Parfletch, and a long time ago we used to carry our possessions from camp to camp in these rawhide boxes. And so this was a design that was used on there to carry our things. And today, a lot of people put memories and things on these flash drives, and so we incorporated this flash drive into the buffalo horn, and the title of this piece is 4 Generations and 4 Gigs of Memory.
Tell me a little bit about this piece right here. I see the Mount Rushmore on there, Conquered No More. Explain that, what that means.
Well, we did research at the Smithsonian Institute, and on the museums all up and down the East Coast, and a lot of the things that we found were buffalo horn spoons. And this is a real traditional medium. But as an artist, I believe that artists should be really outspoken about injustices. Artists should be outspoken, instead of just doing pretty things all the time. This is supposed to be about the Black Hills. Black Hills is stolen land. They carved these white faces on one of our most sacred areas, which is a travesty for Native peoples. And every one of these presidents, Mount Rushmore, had policies that was to eradicate Native peoples from the earth and, to kill us. And so anyway, this here part represents the Black Hills. The Lakotas come out of the Black Hills as buffalo people. So I have this herd of buffalo coming and running right down the middle of Mount Rushmore, breaking them in two. And so it's a statement about regaining that power that has been taken away from us, and kind of getting back and giving pride to Native people. And right here is a piece that's engraved in mother pearl called Conquered No More. So a lot of Native people love this piece, and there's a lot of people don't like it either. But it's art, and it creates dialogue, and from these kinds of political statements, we understand each other better, and maybe you educate people so that they can understand our struggles and what's really going on.
Do you think if they brought some of that stuff home and put it in a center at home, do you think that would give some of the kids something to identify with or something to look at and aspire to?
Oh, definitely. I mean, my things here are award-winning and just refined and polished, but we saw things from 200 years ago that were as highly polished as the horns that I have today. And if they had a horn spoon with the quill work and the beadwork on it in one of these shows today, I'm pretty sure that would win something. I mean, and these were things made with basic tools. And to have artists talk about those things and I've been at I live at Pine Ridge, and we have nothing to look at there. There's nothing. I had to go clear to the East Coast to see these things that were taken away.
And I'm kind of in the same position because one of our canoes is sitting in the Museum of American Indian, and we haven't paddled for a couple hundred years, so.
Right.
And, nobody even knows what a real canoe looks like at home. It's like,
Another thing we saw was a little pair of blue leggings that Sitting Bull had. I was standing in one of these rows and rows, and there was a black headdress right behind me, and I just kept feeling this thing behind me, and I asked the guys who were leading us around. I said, "I know you have a headdress that belonged to Crazy Horse," and so they went and they looked and looked and looked, and this whole time it just was weird, this weird feeling. And they finally said, "Well, there it is right behind you." And I turned around, and there was this black feathers on this headdress and black braids, and then there was this little strip of ribbon with French writing on it, and then there was these mirrors right here and beadwork across, and I saw my reflection in these mirrors to the same thing that Crazy Horse wore, and I just thought it took me back to what he was living at the time, and to see my reflection in that mirror, and to see that ribbon on there and these braids. It's like, what's going on, there's no way that it could not affect people who see that things.
Kevin Pourier, Oglala, Lakota. Thank you.